we are going to talk about the Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell of it all because people have been bringing it to our attention. And don't worry, we already know. We got
Yes,
it.
we're covering
Someone
it.
sent me this and said maybe a quick bite. And I was like, oh, they don't know all of the content. So we've got to make sure that we're spreading the gospel.
The PR mess.
The
Yes.
PR gospel. So, in case people don't know, Sydney Sweeney has been like a pretty up and comer actress the last couple of years. She's Cassie in Euphoria. She's in The White Lotus, which I have not watched yet, but I'm going to start watching it literally tomorrow. So don't come at me and don't spoil me on White Lotus. And she is stars in a rom com with Glen Powell, who's in the new Top Gun, right?
Yes.
That's where he's from.
And he was right douchey in it. Like
Well,
that was
yeah,
his
he was a
role. It
guy
was
in
great.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
What else could there be? I still haven't seen the new Top Gun because I don't like giving Tom Cruise money.
It was really good. But like
I
it's
have
a
heard
good
that.
like blockbuster.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is and definitely worth watching in movie theaters.
Yeah. I can't give Tom Cruise money like that. But
Correct.
I'm happy for the rest of you. Stay safe out there. But yeah, so they are in a rom-com together, which has wrapped filming, I think, a while ago, called Anyone But You. It filmed in Australia. The main thing we know about this movie is that it's going to be rated R. I feel like that has been a lot of discourse lately. I know someone had tweeted out that like rom-coms shouldn't be rated R and they're blah blah blah, and then Ira from Keep It was like, we need to stop listening to children. And
Correct.
understand Ira, but also I think I'm in like the heavy minority of people that do not like read romance and watch rom-coms for the sex content. So like I could take it or leave it.
No, sex, yeah, I think it's a nice bonus, and when I'm reading it and I'm in it, I enjoy it, but yeah, I'm not necessarily seeking that out.
Yeah, which is like fine if people are also.
Yeah, of
I'm not
course.
putting a judgment on that, but I just am saying I'm maybe with the Gen Z prudes that everyone's upset with. I'm like, yeah, there is too much sex on TV and movies these days.
Okay, this is okay, I'm just gonna say it. Maybe people will come for me, but I believe that they don't look good together, and that's why I don't know how the sex will look, because to me, she looks so young compared to him.
She does look a lot younger
Yeah.
than him,
So
I think.
that's why I feel like it's not working, the rated R piece. Otherwise, why not? People have sex. It's a real thing.
And that's the thing too with Sydney Sweeney. Like, I feel like it really works how young she looks in Euphoria because she's supposed to be in high school.
Yes.
But she just looks so young. And then everyone
Yeah.
just is like, yeah, but she has big boobs, so she's sexy, and that's like sexualized. And it's like, okay, like
Y'all are disgusting.
leave her alone. Like, just please, I'm begging you.
Ugh. Well,
But
she is
anyways.
25 and he's 34. So
Yeah, it's not like actually an outrageous age difference. If they dated in real life, I wouldn't look sideways at it. But she just looks a lot younger than him. I think
correct.
is the difference. She knows her skincare. She's taking
Yes.
good care of herself. Anyways, the only other thing we know about the movie other than that it's rated R is that it appears to be an enemies to lovers movie, which is a trope I love. So can't wait for that.
Yes.
And it is directed by Will Gluck, who directed Friends with Benefits, which was the one with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis, not the one with Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman.
Oh, God.
And Easy A, which is like one of my top favorite movies. So it made me a lot more excited to realize that it's directed by him.
Agreed. And this is wild, right? Because Sydney Sweeney used to be, correct, engaged, or is.
So that's where there's like some debate.
Okay, great. Because I was like, am I off?
She's been engaged to Jonathan Davino for a while, and she may still be engaged or may not be engaged. She's been seen out and about without her engagement ring on the last couple of days, but this past weekend she was out with her fiance and they were like on a date night looking really happy. And so I don't know, that could be also PR. Like, it's hard, there's so many layers here of like what's the PR and what's the real stuff.
But to be engaged,
Well, like, I don't think their relationship was PR. Like, I
Yeah,
believe,
I
like,
just
they're
mean
engaged,
like,
that's real,
oh,
but
and do you
I
think
could
they broke up?
totally see, like, maybe they broke up, but because of, like, the love they have for each other, it's like, can we just pretend to still be together for a while until this blows
I
over?
like it.
Could be
Okay,
a
I'm
thing.
in it. I'm in
That's
it.
my theory. It's an opinion.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
no
yeah,
idea
yeah.
what's
I like
true.
it.
But yeah, so Sydney is with Jonathan, and then Glen Powell was dating Gigi Paris for 3 years. So definitely a real relationship. They dated for a year before they posted on social media. I
Mhm.
just feel like neither of them is that famous that it would have been a PR relationship.
Correct.
Like, I
Correct.
hadn't heard of either of these people.
I thought he was Justin, what's his name, from This Is Us.
Oh, shoot.
Anyway, the actor brother from This Is Us. I forgot. Justin Hartley.
Yeah,
That's
but
who I
no.
thought. Glen Powell.
He's Glen Powell.
Correct.
And so what is kind of out there from, like, quote, sources close to the couple, so probably PR people or also maybe just friends, we don't really
Mhm.
know, but what's being said is that allegedly they had broken up numerous times over the 3 years, and their relationship had been particularly rocky since Top Gun came out, and that there was a lot of issues with being long distance, and that when she came to visit him, like, when they were finishing up filming Anyone But You, it just ended, and it was because of distance, is what's being said. We don't know. We don't know.
T.
Gigi is a model and a yoga instructor, and I think possibly has a clothing line. I've never seen this woman before in my life,
I
and I may
never
never see
have.
her again. Apparently she started modeling when she was 14, and she was in, Teen Vogue.
You know, okay. Again, conspiracy, everyone. Put on your
Ooh,
tinfoil hats, allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.
ready.
But do we feel mm, that they were maybe in a PR situation, maybe real, right? You think it's real.
I
And
just, like,
I just don't
who
know anything
got a
about her.
benefit? Who
Yeah,
got a PR
exactly.
benefit from it? Nobody. I've never heard of them before.
But that's what I'm saying. But I think the breakup, right, at this point almost
Mhm.
adds to all of the PR
Yeah,
mess that we know her now. So I will say, if they were holding off to announce it or if it was PR, I think it's just chef's kiss because now we know her.
I think so it's a pivot off of that.
Yes.
I think they dated for real. I think they broke up for real. I think
Mm-hmm.
her social media activity was calculated to turn that into
Got
a
it.
PR move for her. I don't think he's really understanding what's going on.
Vibes only for him. Got it.
Truly vibes only. Sorry, just this cat. No, you can't go back there. No. Ugh. Sorry, everybody. Cat trying to go into the wires and probably bite them and die. I'm not interested
Oh
in
my
that.
God.
Okay, so now that we kind of know who all of the players are
Yes.
and we know about the movie, so Sydney and Glenn have been extremely cozy in their press for the movie. Um, we have a whole timeline of it that we can go through as well.
Yeah.
The one that sticks in my head rent free is there's an interview they're doing and he is sitting on like a couch and she like falls backwards over the back of the couch like into his arms with her arms outstretched. And it just is like, what are you doing? Like,
No,
what is
it's
happening
just,
here?
but that feels PR, right?
Oh
Like
yeah, no,
it
that
feels
was
like someone
100%,
called. Yeah.
100% PR.
But I just love that they're playing into it. And all I have to know is if this lady's engaged to be married, how is that person okay with all of this?
Yeah, it's strange. So the first thing is people started seeing like a couple of months ago paparazzi photos of Sydney and Glenn in Australia, like at the beach, in the water, like all over each other.
Yeah. But that also is shady. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's very much like, I'm so in love. Everyone, look. And those people are almost always about to break up.
Yeah, it does happen. Um, then last month, people started getting suspicious because Powell's girlfriend visited him on set but stayed less than 2 weeks. which I like this article. It says, an amount of time that I thought seemed perfectly reasonable to go visit a person, let alone a person at work in Australia, but that page 6 implied really is not.
Oh, can we just also say that, like, okay, this is rather my question for everyone.
Mhm.
Would you want to visit your man that is working on the set of a rom-com? Like, would you want to watch that?
Ooh, no, absolutely
Yeah,
not. That's the
that's
type of thing,
me.
like, if I were dating someone that was, like, acting in rom-coms, I would never be able to see his movies because I would turn into
No.
a jealous rage monster,
Yeah,
even though I
I'm really
know it's not
annoying and
real.
jealous. So yeah, I agree. Because the point is that I'm not trying to mess up his bag. I trust him, but it's more that, like, seeing
Yeah,
what's mine
I can't
romancing
see it.
someone else.
It would make
Mm-mm.
me jealous. I wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
Um, so once so Sydney Sweeney posted, like, a bunch of photos of her time in Australia, including, like,
Mhm.
beachy photos with Glenn, and once she posted that, Glenn's girlfriend unfollowed her on Instagram, and then posted a bunch of Instagram stories, which I'm just gonna see if I can actually see what the stories themselves looked like. So, she posted the song "Thinking About Love" off of the album Songs to Break Up To.
Oh,
She
yeah.
posted the song "Silver Springs" by Fleetwood Mac.
Ma'am.
She posted, one of those, like, quote images that
Oh
said,
my
"Gut feelings are guardian angels." And then she posted on her grid a photo of herself looking very beautiful in cowboy boots, a mini denim skirt, a cropped white tank top with the caption, "Never better," and the waving goodbye emoji.
She's done. And
So
her PR team said, "Let's do it."
she said, "Yeah, let me throw these clues out there." Um, not the best. Not the best. And then that is
Yeah.
when the press tour began. So there was
Yes.
all of this happening before people were really talking about it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. And that's the thing, right? I feel like if your relationship is rocky and then this happens, oh my god. RIP.
Yeah, it's just sometimes even if two people really love each other, things can't work and that's okay and everyone can just move on with their lives. It's fine.
Correct.
So during the press tour, people noticed that Sydney was not wearing her engagement ring, and so that started some speculation.
Mhm.
There were also a lot of really playful exchanges between Sweeney and Powell, a lot of, like, looking up at each other, and she calls him nicknames, and they're definitely leaning into it.
But okay. So here's another thing, because I looked this stuff up too, and I wasn't so aware of it before, I have to say. So, but then I was like, oh, this is everywhere. Glenn did this with Nina Dobrev also, where
Oh,
they
don't get me
back
started on Nina Dobrev.
listen. Okay, this is back in 2017, and they were like at Julianne Huff's wedding from Dancing with the Stars, Julianne Huff. Anyway, so there were even parts where they posted pictures. You know the black and white photo booth that all the Kardashians had? It was one of those.
Oh, okay, okay.
And yeah, so it's posted a picture and he's sucking on her tongue. Yeah. And yeah, that's the picture. And it literally was like they spark rumors that they're dating, blah blah blah. And it's because her movie was coming out, etc., etc.
I just I don't it would take a lot of money to get me to suck on someone's tongue for money, like,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Listen,
not
but if they're two attractive people, it's different.
well, yeah, that's true, 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 true. It's
Yeah,
not like
and
there's these are ugly people.
correct. So that, and then it's a sources, quote unquote, aka their PR team, says that they're not dating. But again, they were like constantly seen together. And again, Mans is sucking on her tongue. So just tread carefully with this Glenn Powell guy.
You gotta be careful with Glenn. That's what I'm always saying.
You go, Glenn Coco.
Um, so on April 26th, so last week, Gigi Paris confirmed that they had broken up, her and Glen Powell.
Yes.
And she posted a video of herself walking away, and the caption was, "Know your worth and on to the next."
I
So
can't. This kills me.
all of the sources do say they had split up weeks before all of this happened, and so I really do think that, you know what? She's taking advantage of a moment where people will learn her name, because I know I'd never heard of her before, so
That's what
good
I'm
for her.
saying. I feel that this was really smart, and they should do like, this is exactly how her PR team should have played it. Like, listen,
Yeah,
claps
great
for all.
job. Great job to them. Sydney Sweeney, as far as we know, is still engaged to her fiance Jonathan. Apparently, multiple sources have confirmed that to TMZ, and all of them acknowledge that the couple is still living together and that she and Powell are not dating, although they were not asked exactly if they were dating. And yeah, last week on Tuesday, Jonathan Davino, Sydney's fiance, was seen outside of the home they share in LA carrying a couple of duffel bags and her dog's bed, indicating that maybe things are not so good. But she was out on a date night with him this past weekend, so it's also possible that they like went on a trip, you know?
Yeah, or they have to board the dog. Like, we don't
Yeah.
know. I find it to be very funny, I must say, because again, the conversations you have to have with your fiance to be like, just be cool.
Yeah, just so you know, I'm gonna pretend that I'm sleeping with this person, but I never did and I never will, and just be cool.
I can't.
I could never be cool about that.
And then he's gonna go to the premiere, because if he doesn't go to the premiere, that will cause more drama.
Oh my god. And this is too just like this is such a bookend to the Ashton Kutcher and Reese Witherspoon
That's
rom-com
exactly what I
where
was thinking.
they were like not like standing near each other at all, and it looked like they'd never met, which I mean they were hardly in the movie together anyways. They're mostly on the phone.
I mean, it was so bad that Mila Kunis, the actor's wife, had to be like, "You guys suck. Please
She's like,
do
"What?
better."
Like, can you please just act like you've met before?" I'm like, it's not like she was asking them to do anything inappropriate.
To fall in his arms backwards on a couch.
Well, yeah, nobody asked anybody for that.
I just love this. Yeah, this is, I don't know. I feel that if they're really gonna play into it, the boyfriend, I keep forgetting his name, Jonathan Davino, should not come to the premiere.
Maybe they could be in a throuple.
No.
That'd be fun.
I would like him to not come. I think that would give more drama.
Okay, well, let's see if we can get the trial.
Yeah, let's see. And then TMZ, right, brings a PR expert.
Yeah,
quote unquote.
so dumb. TMZ was like, "Oh, it's obviously PR." Like, okay, cool.
Everything is. That's why it's weird, because they're in, again, if people were single, I think it's fine and it works. But when you're not single is when it's weird.
It causes a lot of mess. And nobody has actually made a statement about this. Obviously, Glenn's ex-girlfriend, Gigi, has posted Instagram stuff that indicate a breakup. But again, that all probably happened well before any of this drama. So good for her PR and good for everyone for, I guess, just staying above it all.
Yeah, I would like her to go scorched earth if this were real.
Well, yeah, but it's also just not. So there's really only so far you can go. And I do think, like, in general, Sydney Sweeney, I think, is pretty beloved right now. I think
but she's the one that had the MAGA party, no?
People forgot about that, I think.
Wake up.
But yeah, that was where I don't think she had a MAGA
sorry. It wasn't
party,
a MAGA party.
But she was very careful to not post photos of her family wearing that stuff. And
it was like make 60 great again or something. So it was like,
but then also people were wearing the real hats.
Oh, I didn't know they were wearing the real.
Yeah, it was like
I forgot about
okay. It was like a whole thing. So
yeah,
she was very careful not to show that in her post, but her brother did not have the same qualms.
Correct. So that's also something to note about.
But you also can't, like,
family.
I think the fact that she knew not to post it might indicate that she believes things differently than her family also.
Correct.
So it's a tough
Well,
situation.
she has a PR team, but yes.
Well, yeah, you never know. You never know. It could be
Yeah.
either way. I wouldn't defend either stance because I have no idea.
No.
But yeah, that is what has been going on with Sydney Sweeney and Glen Powell and the rom-com Anyone But You, which I will certainly be seeing in theaters.
Yeah. Oh, you know I'm there.
I was gonna see it
can't
anyways,
wait.
though. It's a
Yeah.
rom-com. Rom-coms are back, baby.